Thanks for driving me today. Your car was so ordinary, I laughed. I guess your husband doesn't get paid enough. He's just an ordinary employee.
You're welcome, but is there a problem with my car?
There's nothing wrong with that, but as the rich mom of the employee residence, it's a little bit embarrassing. I feel bad that there is such a difference in quality of life between us.
I think you've misunderstood something. Having a normal car doesn't mean that we don't have money. But you have a very expensive car, if I remember correctly.
Oh, you knew. My husband likes luxury cars. But it's normal because his salary is so high. We need to use something that shows our class.
I see. Then why don't you drive your own car?
A high-class citizen like myself doesn't need to drive a car. I can gracefully travel being driven by someone else, just like today. Oh yeah, you can be my designated driver from now on.
Excuse me? What do you mean?
You can be my taxi whenever necessary. You can be the big mama's taxi driver. This is a very honorable thing, you know?
You must be joking. I just happened to pass nearby. That's why I picked you up today. I can't be your driver. I have work as well.
Wait, is your husband's pay that low? I didn't know you were so poor you both had to work. Jeez, I don't want to live in the same residence as someone like that.
Are you looking down on me? Nowadays, anyone can work as they please, with their own free will. It's wrong to look down on families like that.
Why are you being so defensive? Are you upset because I look down on you? I'm so sorry.
Anyway, I won't be your driver. You can hire one if you need to.
What are you saying? You aren't allowed to refuse.
What?
Do you not understand your situation? I'm your husband's boss's wife. If you don't do as I say, your husband's position at the company will be at risk. You know that, right?
What? What do you mean by at risk?
He might get fired. My husband might let everyone know how incompetent your husband is. I wonder what would happen then.
Is this a threat towards us?
Oh no, don't say that. I'm just being kind and warning you. There's a simple way to avoid this. Just do as I say.
So you're saying you and your husband have the right to unfairly fire an employee at will?
Don't say that. There is a good reason for it. That's what you will get for turning your back on the boss's wife.
Okay. Does your husband feel the same way?
Of course he does. He can't do any housework. He can't live without me. He does exactly as I say at home too.
Is that so?
So do you understand? Be my driver whenever I order you to. If you don't come, you know what is coming to you.
Okay, I understand. Steven, I want to ask you something if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
What is your boss, Mr. Mayberry, like?
What? He's very kind, and he has a good heart. He takes responsibility for his team's mistakes, but he can be a little stubborn sometimes.
Oh, really? So he's not a bad man?
He's a really good man. Many employees respect him. I've learned a lot working under him. But why do you ask?
Oh, about that. His wife messaged me earlier. She seems to have a problem with her personality.
Really? Did she say something to you?
I think it's because she found out we live in the same employee residence. But she suddenly called me and used me as a taxi today. And she said she will keep on using me as a personal driver from now on. It felt like a declaration of war.
What? Are you sure that was really Mr. Mayberry's wife? I can't believe the wife of such a good man can be that crazy.
I'm thinking of having a conversation with him soon. But if I do, then everyone will know about our relationship.
Oh, right. There's nothing we can do, and if it's Mr. Mayberry, then he will understand. I don't know much about his wife, but there's probably a meaning to this, so you should talk to him about it.
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
I want to get a ride today, okay? I've been called to the office by the CEO today. Apparently, she is waiting for me in her office. I guess the CEO has finally taken interest in the rich mom of the employee residence.
Wow, that's great.
So don't forget to be my taxi today. Can you pick me up right now?
I can't do that. I've already arrived at the office. You need to come by yourself.
What? What do you mean? Are you at the CEO's office?
Yeah, that's right.
Why are you there? My husband and I are supposed to meet the CEO, not you.
I'm the CEO.
What?
I've called you both for a meeting in my office. You can call a taxi or whatever. Can you come immediately?
No, this must be a joke. How can you be the CEO?
I meant exactly what I said. I'm the CEO of this company. I met my husband and asked him to join this company. He feels comfortable with being an ordinary employee.
What? I can't understand what you're talking about. Your husband works for my husband. Are you sure you're the CEO?
I think I would know if I was.
What the heck? No way. Why have you been hiding this for so long? Why didn't you tell me?
There was no point in telling you. If everyone found out I was the CEO, they would feel uneasy at the employee residence. I don't want to use my position to force people to do things they don't want to do. So I didn't need to tell you about it.
But you didn't have to hide it. I would have treated you nicely if I knew.
I don't like that either. I can't tell the difference if people are being nice because I'm the CEO, or if they're just treating me as a human being. That's why I wanted to hide it.
Then why are you driving an ordinary domestic car?
What's wrong with that? We aren't interested in cars, so we don't need luxury cars. Domestic cars are good quality and easy to drive. It's very practical and I like it a lot.
I've never met someone like you.
You use your possession to look down on people too much. I heard you use so much money too. Maybe you should take it easy?
You've talked to my husband about it?
Yeah, I wanted to know what kind of person you were at home. But I couldn't take your attitude anymore. So I called your husband to my office.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Why did you call us both?
As I said, you've gone too far. I've decided to have a serious conversation with you both.
No way. Did you tell my husband about me?
Of course I did. You used your husband's position to use a fellow resident as a taxi. That will not be permitted in the employee residence. Your husband needs to know what's going on.
Why? This matter is between us, right? My husband has nothing to do with this.
Your husband doesn't feel that way. He turned super red and apologized for your behavior.
What?
You should know your husband best. He is an honest man with a lot of responsibility. He's willing to take responsibility for your actions on your behalf.
You've gone too far. I've only ordered you to do things. I haven't committed a crime. You've only been my driver a few times, right?
I've told him everything, but he feels like your actions are unacceptable.
Wait! Everything will be fine if I apologize, right? But you're also to blame for hiding the fact that you were the CEO.
You wouldn't have done it if you knew. Isn't a good enough excuse.
I know, but...
By the way, your husband has seemed to have reached his limit.
What?
You used his precious car without asking, and dented it.
That's right. It wasn't my fault.
And you were betting on horse racing with his money. Your husband seems unhappy about that too.
What's wrong with that? I like horse racing. Let me do what I want.
Use your own money to do whatever you want. Your husband says.
What? How can I? I'm a stay-at-home wife.
He's considering divorcing you. So that means you don't need to be a stay-at-home wife anymore.
What? Wait, what do you mean? I can't allow this. My husband would never say that. You're joking.
It's true. Your husband is such a pure and honest man. He couldn't divorce you as he welcomed you into his house as a wife. But this time, it was too much for him.
What do you mean?
Causing trouble for other people and not feeling bad about it? If he stays with a wife like that, she will continue to cause trouble. He realized he had lost his feelings towards you a long time ago.
No. He wouldn't say such a thing.
If you feel that way, please come to my office. Let's have a conversation about this incident. I'm glad your husband was a good person. I would have fired him if he was like you.
Okay, I'm coming right now. Please, don't escalate things without me.
I don't think this will escalate any further, so don't worry. Please hurry though, your husband won't stop kneeling in front of me. You've been taking advantage of such a good man. The easy life is over for you. Julie rushed to my office immediately afterwards. She saw her husband apologizing and joined him. However, Mia was not interested in her attitude towards her, but she asked Julie not to treat other residents like that. Julie's husband couldn't divorce her for so long, but he couldn't take his wife's behavior anymore, so he decided to be true to his feelings. He decided that he couldn't stay at the employee residence any longer and moved for divorce. Julie has been kicked out from her home, but she finally was able to realize how incompetent she was. So maybe it was for the better.
Mary, was something up earlier?
No. Why do you ask?
Weren't you trying to say something when I was leaving the house? And you seemed out of it since last night. Is something bothering you?
No, it's not that.
You're making me curious. Did you have something you wanted to say to me?
It's not a big deal. I got contacted by an old friend of mine last night. A friend I met when I was studying in Canada.
That'd be about 10 years ago, right?
It's been 11 years. She got married in Canada and got permanent residency. She's gonna be visiting here next month. And she invited me to meet.
Oh, I see. That sounds great. I bet you have so much to talk about, like life in Canada.
But if we are to meet, it'll be on Sunday, and I'll have to go out of state. I don't feel comfortable leaving the house for an entire day. The nursery school is closed, and I can't bear to take Emma with me.
In that case, I'll take care of Emma. We'll be watching the house, so you go along by yourself.
Oh, really?
Of course.
You used to say that you don't want to have to take care of her all day.
How long ago was that? That was when Emma was still a baby. I was overburdened and just had to let off some steam.
Is that so? I should have depended on you more then.
Come on, don't think so lowly of me. I can take care of my own daughter just fine.
But I definitely didn't think you'd be so cooperative.
It's been on my mind. Mary, you used to be so active before we got married. I really admired that about you.
Well, I was carrying a lot less load back then.
You had so many friends and used to go on trips all the time. But now you spend so much time at home. I'm worried that you might explode sometimes. How about you head out more like you used to?
Are you being serious?
What are you being so hesitant for? You don't know when your next chance will be of seeing her. Go see her while you can.
Yeah, okay. If you insist, I'll take up your offer.
Talk to me when you have something on your mind.
Yeah, you're right. I've met up with my friend. I forgot to give Emma her medicine this morning. Can you give it to her? The medicine is in the TV rack.
Medicine?
She has a slight cold. She needs her meds after breakfast and dinner.
Sorry, I'm actually at work. I was called out for the day.
What about Emma?
Sophia's looking after her.
Your sister? Is she at home? Is she alright?
She never leaves the house on weekends. I'm sure she's at home tending her garden now.
I feel bad. It's so sudden. Having to look after a child on her day off.
She loves her niece. She was happy to take her.
I'm worried Emma might burden her with her crying. She has little experience being away from her parents other than nursery school.
Don't worry. My sister's a bit weird, but Emma has always been affectionate to her for some reason. I'm sure they're fine together.
Your sister? Weird?
She bought that house in the remote woods at that age and lives with a dog without getting married. That's not normal. What is she, a hermit?
But Sophia's house is so lovely, surrounded by so much nature. And that stream running close by, I guess it's a better environment for Emma than being home.
Yeah, I think so. She got excited when I told her she's going to Sophia's place. How's it going over there?
Thanks to you, I'm having a good time. We just entered a restaurant.
You okay messaging me?
My friend's in the bathroom.
Where are you headed for after eating?
Maybe some sightseeing? We're having a light lunch and plan to enjoy food that we find as we stroll around.
Sounds awesome. Have fun sightseeing.
Yeah, thanks. Good luck with your work. Must be tough.
A client suddenly requested modifications, so I had no choice. Sorry I couldn't follow through with my promise.
It's work. It can be helped. No worries. But I feel sorry for your sister, so we should hurry to get Emma. Good evening, Sophia. Has my husband come by yet? Hello, Mary. No, actually.
He must still be at work. I'm so sorry it's gotten so late. I'll head over and get my daughter.
Do you mean Emma?
Yes, I'm heading over right now. Sorry to burden you on your day off. Taking care of a 3-year-old is not easy. I have gifts for you too.
You're talking about Emma? She is not here.
What? My husband left her with you. That's what I heard.
Ben?
I had to leave the house today, and my husband was supposed to take care of Emma. But he had to go to work, so he told me he left her with you. So I was about to stop by and get her.
I know nothing of this. I was out taking care of some errands and just got home. Maybe he came by and I was gone.
But he said he left her with you.
That can't be. You don't think he could have left her at my house?
I would doubt that. To leave a 3-year-old child without confirming you're there.
That would be hard to think of.
Oh, wait. I got a call.
I'll look around the house just in case.
I'm so sorry. Thank you.
I'm done with work. Did you go get Emma?
I was about to, but didn't have to.
Why? Oh, did Sis drive her back?
No, I went.
What do you mean?
I went to get her from the police.
What? Why the police?
I got a call from the police that they took custody of Emma.
Where?
Like 2 miles from your sister's home. She was wandering in the woods for hours. Didn't you say you left her with Sophia? Why was she wandering in the woods?
I took her to Sophia's house.
Sophia told me she had been out all day.
What, she wasn't home?
What did you do with her?
I dropped her off in front of the house. I thought she'd be home.
You left without confirming she was home?
Sorry, I expected her to be.
You left without even confirming. How much of a rush were you in?
I was preoccupied with work. I'm sorry.
Ben, it's Sophia. Mary told me all about it.
Sophia, you two are together now?
I'm the one that went to the police first because it would take longer for Mary. I couldn't make Emma wait any longer.
I see. Thank you.
Mary and Emma are at my house having dinner. The police tried to give Emma some food, but she wouldn't eat. She must have been scared. She's gobbling up some mac and cheese now.
Sorry to put you through this.
You really need to apologize to Emma and Mary.
Yeah, I know.
Ben, were you really at work?
Yeah.
Really?
What's the deal?
I've never heard of you working on holidays. That's why I was suspicious.
Don't be. True, I rarely have to work on holidays, but today was an emergency.
I have an old classmate that also works at your company. You know that, right?
Mike, right? In fact, we're in the same department.
I asked him. He said there's some maintenance going on. So the office was off limits today. Are you still gonna say you were at work?
You seriously checked?
I'm glad I did. I now know something is going on.
Sophia, can we talk alone?
Why are you trying to leave Mary out?
This might be a bit of a shock for Mary.
Tell me, now.
As you already know, I wasn't at work. I lied. I was actually with someone.
Who? A mistress? Must be a woman if you can't tell Mary.
Mistress, that's a bit exaggerated.
Then what? It is a woman, right?
I met her 2 years ago. We had so much in common, we got close right away.
I'm not asking you for reminiscence. You trying to gross me out? Tell me what the deal is with that woman.
We go out, sleep over sometimes.
So you're sleeping with her? How is that not a mistress? Disgusting.
I want to explain to Mary myself. Let me talk to her.
No point making excuses now.
Shut up. Just get Mary.
This is Mary. How dare you fool me? What's this? Becoming cooperative with childcare all of a sudden? Trying to hide that you're cheating?
Let me explain.
Explain what? Want to talk about what's in store for you?
I know you're angry. Putting Emma in danger to go mess around with a girl. I'm a disgrace as a father.
Going to see that mistress was more important than your daughter?
I got messages from her this morning and she was infuriated. I had to go see her to calm her down.
And?
She's been wanting me to get divorced for a while now. She was getting frustrated that I wasn't taking action. She demanded that I come right away. I was worried she would dump me if I didn't.
Is that so?
So you definitely need to divorce me then.
Just forget it.
Why?
You rushed over to see her.
Because you didn't want her to dump you, right? Means you want to divorce me, no? That's how much you love your mistress.
Not as much as I love you.
Don't even try. Go ahead and marry her.
She's just a mistress. I can't imagine being with her for life. She's only good to be a mistress.
You dare say that?
I like her face, that's it. She comes from a poor household, working nights. I'm too good to marry such a lowly person.
You understand what you're saying?
This isn't about you?
You think talking trash about her will make me forgive you? I'm not that simple. In fact, I despise you now.
I just wanted you to know I have no intention of marrying her. I love only you.
Disgusting.
Mary!
Your sister also looks disgusted. You are enemy to all women.
She's a freaking mistress. Why are you getting so angry?
Give me her number.
Why?
I'll have to talk with her as your wife.
Tell her how despicable you are.
I can't bear to let the poor girl marry you.
Who said we're getting divorced?
Oh, there's no doubt. How can you even think to get away with this?
Please forgive me.
I'll reconsider if you give me her number.
Really?
Don't know if I will actually forgive you.
Okay. Hold on.
I don't want to see your face. I'm spending the night here.
That's fine, but will you come back?
Who knows? I might just move in here. Living with your sister might be fun. I have absolutely nothing to depend on you to raise Emma anyways.
I met with the mistress and had a talk. I told her how my husband had talked trash about her to me. I even showed her the message saying I'm too good to marry such a lowly person. Turns out my husband had already promised to marry her, and she was deeply shocked. And now she despises him. My husband being ridiculed by so many women, getting divorce papers thrown at by me. After an hour, he was exhausted. But Sophia wasn't satisfied. She called over their parents, and all hell came raining down. All women looked satisfied when the talk was over. The mistress had been deceived in many ways by my husband, so she was let off. Ultimately, we reconciled. I collected consolation money for my husband and left the house with my daughter. Having lost everything in just a single day, my husband looked completely lost. It serves you right, I thought as I watched him. I'm still in a good relationship with Sophia, but I have no clue how my ex-husband is doing. Who the heck cares?